Hello everyone and welcome to Astrodesign. In this video I will present to you very significant events. They both happen at the same date, on the 19th of December. In the morning we have full moon, and later on we have Venus that is going to start her retro period. I will begin with the moon. So a few words about the moon. It is a female planet that represents the emotional world, how we express emotions. In addition, the moon is our mind, the perception of reality and interpretations that we give it. The moon is also our instincts. Emotions is a potent fuel for action, and that is why the moon is also what motivates us. It is also the planet that represents our mother, and in a woman's map, it indicates her feminine behavior. For all of us, the moon shows how emotionally and mentally stable we are. The moon moves in cycles of 28-29 days each month. The lunar cycle begins from a new moon that is not visible in the sky until a full moon that we see as a large, bright, gray circle in the evening. Astrologically, a new moon takes place when the moon conjuncts the sun, and about 2 weeks later, it is a full moon when the moon opposes the sun. A full moon is a time when what you have done so far can reach its peak. The glow of a full moon contributes us seeing and understanding things that were vague to us, or that not all the details were visible until now. Activities and deeds reach a peak in our emotional world too. So things may go out of proportion because people are more nervous and impatient on full moon days. The full moon is a great time to rethink the past, what to release and how to move forward. However, it's not a good time to beginnings. It is advisable to get rid of things that have not worked since the last months. It is a considerable boost to action and goal achievement. Another significant thing about the moon, it shows our diet, digestion system and stomach. During the full moon, especially in lunar eclipses, it is recommended to minimize food intake, and fasting is even better. On the 19th of December, we have, as I said, two special events in the sky. First is the full moon, and second is the planet Venus begins her retrograde motion. This video will present an interpretation of these events according to astrology, human design, and gene keys. I will detail the specific location, the meaning for us in general, and how to balance this energy. Before I dive into it, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to push the notification bell for more interesting videos. Moreover, if you would like to understand how this will affect your life individually, feel free to contact me for personal advice. Let's start with the moon. It is going to reside at the gate 12.6, the energy of the unique expression, whose most important thing in life is to time its expression correctly. When we express ourselves or do something at the wrong time, it brings both frustration and resistance from those around us. This energy looks directly at the emotional center. This is why it gets influenced by emotional waves, and therefore it can be very sociable and open in its speech only if there is a mood for it. Genetically, it is a stop codon, so it is more introverted, does not talk much, and doesn't express its unique insights in practice. Because of this energy's uniqueness in its expression, it is the only gate that can really, through expression and the activity, affect others and thus change them. mutate them. But the negative frequency is too focused on arrogance. There is a need here for excellence and victimization due to our self-importance. This is not necessarily words, but the tone, intonation, and the manner we express ourselves. In the negative frequency, it makes us feel isolated even when we are near others, because of excessive pride in our unique expression. As long as people feel the power and admiration for their individuality, arrogance and pursuit of respect will not go away. There is an illusion here that we are better than others. This is one of the most insidious stages of spiritual development. At the same time, it is very romantic energy that loves to be in love, while on the negative frequency, it is only in love with itself. Because it's a full moon and this gate coming from the throat center, there's going to be some climax of something we've done in the past according to the astrological house placement where it happens in your birth chart. It would be best to express this energy and highlight it in your life because the timing is now. But beware of expressing it in arrogance, which can lead to opposite results. This is a time that you can be very picky and check what you should express and leverage and what not. If you succeed in choosing the right thing, you can succeed in your leverage. In terms of line 6 in this energy, the line is called metamorphosis, the peak of the mutation in expression and action. The ability to pass on a mutation to others through your expression or actions will only succeed in overcoming social limitations and conditioning. Otherwise, you will not be able to bring something new to others. This is the possible awareness of our emotions. Faith and energy are applied through change and getting out of inaction. Worldwide, in this period, we are at the middle of the mutation. So this energy can get stuck in inaction and be anti-social. Inaction mainly because there is waiting for something extraordinary that can contribute to humanity. This change can occur in our social norms, in the way we form relationships with others. This energy can mainly be expressed through extreme caution and thinking that nothing will change, and that is the nature of things. So why would I be involved? During this period, people may give up because there is no real value to social involvement. There is no ability to influence the order of things in society. Astrologically, Moon in Gemini seeks security through change and diversity, communication, and sharing his thoughts with others. There is diversity here that wants to be heard. The Moon creates challenging aspect to Neptune, which can amplify our minds, illusions, and convey false messages to others. But we have a great positive aspect between the Moon and Jupiter, bringing abundance, luck, but laziness as well. Because when we have something positive in our map, it is more difficult to leverage it. It gets us the feeling of a comfort zone that we do not want to get out of. At the same time, this aspect can lead to harmonious discourse around the world, such that connects people and does not divide. Something new and positive will finally reach its peak in our social frameworks through close communication. The ability to communicate is increased, so attention must be paid to the timing of speech and balance between silence and verbal expression. I will move on to Venus in retro motion, occurring from the 19th of December from 26 degrees in Capricorn until 29th of January. As well in Capricorn from 11 degrees, Venus will start to go as usual. So Venus represents two important things, love and money. Beyond that, Venus is also our value system, attraction abilities, how we receive and give love, self-love, women, beauty, aesthetics, design, self-confidence, entertainment, and pleasures. Medically speaking, health-wise, it controls our kidneys, skin, hair, throat and neck, female hormones, ovaries, sperm cells, and the sense of touch. In Capricorn, Venus is more focused on her aspirations and careers than on love. And if love, then it better be in the job or career and developed slowly. Love here is more conservative if we only talk about Venus without the involvement of other planets. In addition, Venus in Capricorn is more attracted to people with influence, power, reputation than beauty or character. At the same time, there is importance to maturity and responsibility in relationships and long-term success based more on traditions and norms in your society. Every year and a half or so, Venus, the planet of love and romance, turns retrograde. Like any retrograde period, it's time to analyze the past. Things and people, especially exes from the past, can and will return to our lives to close the cycle and move on to new one. Depending on the placement of the sign of Capricorn and Saturn, this analysis will manifest. Specifically, the area on the map that is lit for us in this retreat. For example, if the retreat occurs in your 5th house, a romance from the past can return. An analysis of emotional satisfaction from your relationship, from hobbies. Questions will arise such as, can I make money from my hobbies? Do I like what I do? How to improve and use my creativity to achieve more satisfaction? Am I enjoying my relationships, my kids? How to improve relationships with children? And this is also about financial investments. What should you invest in, or is what I invested worth it? This is an important time to test our value system, the management of money and resources for all of us. Time to get rid of what is not working and work on what can. It is a period of reflection of our achievements, success, career, money, and relationships. What not to do during this period? Start a new relationship, make big purchases, invest money, do beauty treatments or aesthetic surgeries. Also the issue of entertainment and pleasure. If it's something new, you may not get the pleasure you expect from it. In human design, Venus will start her retreat in energy 60.1. The energy of restrictions that represent everything old and that comes from the past. It shows us everything that has been up to this point, everything that has roots in the past. There is a high chance here of depression because there is a feeling that nothing will change for the better in the areas Venus represents. Once there is an accumulation of the old and a lack of change, energy can erupt in its drive into something new. But as long as we does not accept the restriction, we will never be able to transcend it. It is a very individual energy, and therefore the process here is personal. each one and their limitation. Consequently, we need to check with ourselves in which area of Venus is making the retreat in the birth chart, thus pinpointing which limitation we need to diagnose and improve in the future. We should gain the confidence to break our boundaries in this area, especially since they come from within us. So we all have to accept the fact of our individuality, which indicates the immense difficulties that most people around the world have in forming relationship and, of course, in lasting relationships. Accepting our uniqueness may not help in relationship, but will contribute to accepting others. At the same time, all of us will undoubtedly feel the quality of the restrictions, especially in love and money. Resisting restrictions will only lead to even more restrictions. You will not start the path toward freedom until you internalize and accept it. To be more precise, line 1 here, according to the design, we have in this line exalted Venus, which means that the better qualities in this energy will be expressed in practice. There is an ability here to maintain inner harmony when confronting external constraints. That's the whole point of this gate, not resisting and accepting the limitation. It is also a pressure energy, so if you are restless, it will help you understand that you do not accept some kind of limitations. It is a very transformative time. Accept it, and it will be easier to adapt to it for the better. If you want to know how it will affect your life, do not hesitate to contact me for personal advice. You can order written material or make a consultation call. In addition, I invite you again to subscribe to my channel. May we all have all the best. I wish you good luck and bye-bye.